we're here for you. Check back every week and stay tuned.
PS3 is full of titles, and there is no denying that at all. However, when you play through some of them, you just can't help but imagine what some of them would be like on the PlayStation Vita system. So many great titles that could be even better on the go. Well, naturally, we found the 5 best titles that would totally rock on that dual analog on the go, baby. Let us know what you think of the list, and of course, subscribe to be entered in our weekly game giveaway. Let's start with number 5. Number 5 is Journey. Sometimes the best thing about a game is in its simplicity, and the same can be said for Journey. If you don't know what Journey is, you've probably been living under a rock for quite some time. So, for you Patrick stars out there, let me explain. Journey is a platforming experience, meaning the gameplay of course is good, but people love the game more for the experience rather than the gameplay itself. You start Journey by seeing a cloaked figure sitting in the sand alone. In the distance you can just make up a mountain. For some reason, the cloaked figure wants to get up to that mountain, and along the way, you find gorgeous scenery, a beautiful soundtrack, and other players to help you on the way. Yes, Journey is multiplayer, but the catch is you cannot communicate with your partner beyond musical chirps. On top of that, you can't just see the player's other PSN ID, meaning if you like your partner, you may never see them again. It's the equivalent of a video game one-night stand. Spoilers, nothing interesting is on the mountain at all. It's a journey, not the destination. I bet my wife and 4 kids that Vita fans would love this on their PlayStation Vita system, and it's quite confusing how the game has not made its way on over quite yet. Number 4 is Fat Princess. Who loves cake as much as Fat Princess? Trick question, nobody does. That's right, coming in at number 4 spot is Fat Princess. Now, even though Fat Princess is considered an all-time PlayStation classic, a lot of people somehow still don't know what it is. So, for those of you, let me explain. Fat Princess is a real-time strategy tower defense game. It's a mouthful, I know, but let me explain. You see, every battle takes place with each team having the other team's princess and trying to capture said princess back. Sounds simple, right? Well, you're wrong. Throw in pirates, wizards, giants, and of course, ninjas, and top that all off with matches up to 32 players, and you've got yourself a game of Fat Princess. How does this not sound awesome for the PlayStation Vita system? With all these exciting features, the one thing this game lacks is a good story. However, when you consider how fun the gameplay is, it outweighs the negatives by a lot. This gameplay is exactly what the PlayStation Vita needs. More fun, multiplayer titles. When you compare this with the Fat Princess on the Vita, you wonder what kind of monster would do that to the Fat Princess franchise, and then feed it to us. Number 3 is Infamous. Yes, Infamous has almost been on the Vita before, but please, let's just not get into that. I don't want to cry today. The reason everyone wanted this game on their Vita was for the unique open world gameplay that you could get lost in for hours. Everyone knows the story of Cole, a courier who accidentally brought a bomb into a heavy populated area. The bomb somehow gave Cole the power to influence and absorb electricity. So what does this mean for the gameplay? Well, it means super awesome electricity combat, electrifying parkour stunts, and of course, absorbing electricity from neon signs and people. Very weird, very cool, and as it may sound, there is a catch. In Infamous, there's a karma system. So if you want to be a superhero rather than being a villain and be hated by millions, you probably don't want to kill anybody. So I know a lot of people want this game on their Vita, and who wouldn't? It's a PlayStation classic and the Vita needs it. Nay, deserves it. Now, yes, it is on PlayStation now, but let's just face it, that's not the same thing at all. So let's bring Infamous to the PlayStation Vita at number 3. Number 2 is Ninokuni. So next up is Ninokuni, The Wrath of the White Witch. I personally am not a big fan of JRPGs. However, Ninokuni must be one of the most unique JRPGs possibly ever, next to Persona 4 Golden, of course. What makes Ninokuni so different, you ask? Well, like in Pokemon, you can catch and customize your team of creatures however you please. There are over 400 different animals, so running out of combinations here is not a problem. Not only do you have that, but battles take place in a 3D environment. So if your foe's stats are looking scary, you can always outmaneuver them in this massive 3D environment. The story and animation style of Ninokuni is something to absolutely behold. You play as Oliver, a recently orphaned boy thanks to the death of his recent mother, Allie. While mourning over this loss of his mother, Mr. Drippy, the High Lord of the Fairies tells Oliver that he is the pure-hearted one and that he needs to travel to the other world. This way he can save Alicia, because in doing so it will restore the life of his mother. Sounds like a crazy story, yeah, but whatever. All of this wrapped up in one killer soundtrack and all of the artwork done by Ghibli Studios, who made my favorite movie of all time, Kiki Delivery Service, which is not really my favorite movie of all time, but anyways, it's all and with English voiceover, of course, and what surprised me the most is that somehow this is not on the Vita yet. Cross your fingers, everyone, and hope that the inevitable finally happens. Number 1 is Portal. Who wouldn't want Portal on their PlayStation Vita? From puzzles to condescending robots, Portal has got it all. For those of you who don't know, Portal is a puzzle game where you use, well, portals to navigate rooms presented to you by a sassy cake-fibbing robot named GLaDOS. Beyond that information, there are way too many spoilers, so I'll just stick to the most interesting part, the gameplay. In Portal, you wield the portal gun with this weapon of legend. You can solve puzzles with portals. The portal gun can shoot a maximum of 2 portals at a time, so if you get in one, you can come out the other. This simple gameplay mechanic can get seriously complicated in the later levels. However, Portal is an easy enough game. Even a novice could pick it up and play very well. With the countless internet memes and cake references, it's no doubt this game was an instant classic. And that's why the PlayStation Vita needs more instant classics, and this belongs on it. So, number 1 on our list is Portal. So there you have it, the top 5 PlayStation 3 games that totally belong on the PlayStation Vita. What was your favorite and what PS3 titles did we miss? Let us know in the comments below, and of course, do not forget to subscribe to be entered in our weekly game giveaway. Finally, we're searching for new writers and editors for the website to cover 3DS, PlayStation Vita, and iOS gaming news. Email us at vitafever@gmail.com to apply. Until next time, VitaBoys out.
Yeah, we're the VitaBoys here for you. Check back every week and stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe today to be notified. Stay up to date. We are covering everything PS Vita. Weekly game giveaways, come see us. Gameplays, unboxing, reviews, and more. With a lot coming and more in store. We're the VitaBoys and we're here for you. Check back every week and stay tuned.